So here's a triad exercise that's significant because it's going to get you out of from one position to another, and it's going to go directly related in line with how we played the hand position that we used for major pentatonic, meaning even though we're talking about a triad, but from 2/4 shape, 1, 3, 5, moving up there instead of. And so I go. There's no picking pattern per se, except for the top part. From the 5th to the root again, and then the 3rd and the 5th, and the root is I just downstroke the whole thing. And so from there, you want to be able to find the 3rd. So for an A, which we are, whole, there's my 3rd. And that's just something to know. Once you know that, then know it. Don't forget it. And A, the 3rd, is there. You can use it by dot, or ideally at some point calling out C sharp. So we want to jump up to the 3rd with our index finger. And then we want to find the 5th, and a major triad is whole is to the 3rd, which is a major 3rd, and then the 3rd to the 5th is a whole and a half step, which makes a minor 3rd. Point being, it wouldn't matter if I just decided that this was a 3rd of a chord, I would find the 5th. Happened to be still an A. But so we want to jump up and find the 3rd and the 5th. Then we want to incorporate our pinky shape, so I'm in A, and you need to know just fretboard geometry of how to find the octave on from the 1st string to the 2nd string, meaning if I'm in A, how do I find it on the B string, the same note, right? You can do that a couple different ways. From the 5th, if you're in your 2/4 shape, you can see that this is a major 7 because 5 to 6 is a whole step and 6 to 7 is a whole step, and then from T to Do. Or you can think out of your index shape. But you need to, if you're in G, you need to be able to find that octave, the same pitch. So from there, we found the 3rd, the 5th. We're going to go back to the 3rd and then play the root of the chord on the B string, and then follow our pinky shape to find the 5th and the 3rd and 5th and 3rd and 5th and 3rd. So another thing to just memorize, if the chord root that you're using is on the B string, a perfect 5th is this shape. On the B string, of course, it's different on every other string. But so anyway, I can just use that memorization, or I can think out of my Ionian shape. So you can use intervals, you can use note names, you can think out of the shape that you're pulling the chord out of. So what I tended to do a while back was, wherever I was at, when I found the 5th, I would then find the 3rd by realizing where the octave below is. So I'll go back to A. And that this is a major 3rd shape. And so when I go 1, 5, I'm actually looking at the root down here and seeing the major 3rd shape. And then I play the root. And then root to 5th is this shape. Or you could think A to E. But it's also that E string, the notes, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, it's the same down here, 3rd. So you have root, 5th, and then we're going to play the 3rd, and then we're going to play the root. So we have in total. So work on that, do it in G. Do it in A. V, I don't know, just whatever. just work on a few, but pick one and just kind of nail that down first. No A is there if you're going to do this in A. Lock down that memorization that the root to fifth, if the root is on the B string, the fifth below it is just that it's there. So it doesn't matter if now I'm in E. If it's the root is on the B string, the fifth is on the next string below, a fret behind. So get that down. It's then adding a sixth. It gets kind of easy, and then kind of lock down that this octave shape. Root is here and the root is here. So now I'm memorizing that A is here, A is here, A is here, A is here, A is there. But point being, you don't want to. Where you're going to have a hard time, I think, is on the pinky shape, because it's probably something that you're not used to doing, and so there again, lock in those interval shapes. Use your reference points, the octaves of A. Know where your root is at, and then finding the third and fifth can be done in different ways. Something unique, I think, is finding the fifth by memorizing that shape. Finding the third by seeing the root down here and going up to a major third shape. And guess what? Very common triad chord shape, which is first inversion because the root would have been here, but we put the root up on top and then it goes 3, 5, 1. But not to get too far off. So work on that. Let me know if you have any problems, and really lock in those intervals, because eventually you want to be able to play the root again with your index. Which some people refer to as the box or something like that. I don't. But meaning you're going to want to also, we're kind of going to stay in our position to learn all of this right now. But eventually you're going to be doing a lot of 5, 6, 1. You could do it down here. It's just a little easier and better tone up here. And then all of the things that go with it. All the things that we're going to do to make some licks out of it. So work on that exercise. Let me know if you have any problems.